Hey guys, we're gonna look at some Photoshop stuff, and so I wanted to make sure that I had a recording to help on top of what I'm gonna be doing in class with you guys. What I'm gonna show you on here is kind of the basic things: toolbar, layout, the layer options, kind of the startup of how we're gonna use it. And so if you run into trouble, you can always come back to this video to help you out. Okay. Obviously, when you open it up, you want to go to Start menu, and you're gonna type in Photoshop. And the one we want to pick is going to be this one. It'll say 64-bit. That's the one we want to pick. All right. So once you open that up, it'll open up to a screen like you see right here. Now the difference between this and like other programs, like when you open up Word, you already have a document ready. When you open up Excel, the whole thing is a document. PowerPoint, the slides are ready, and so forth. Photoshop kind of works differently. It opens up as a blank, like you gotta tell it what you want to do. All right. So the first thing to do that is that we go up here to File, and then New, File, New, and then it brings up this dialog box. Okay. You want to get in the habit of always doing the name. And for this one, I'm just going to do Test Example. And what that does is that it kind of, when you save it, it already types the name. So think about it as this, as when I'm saving something, this is what it's going to save for me as. So like if I was going to put assignment 19, I'd put assignment 19 up there, and that's what it'd be saved as. Okay. Now they have what are called these presets, all these different things. All right, U.S. paper, international paper, photo, etc. What I end up always doing, I use two options: the default Photoshop size or US paper. Those are the two I usually go with. All right, I'm going to show you what one is. I'm going to go with that. When you do that, it tells you the width and the height. Now it tells you that in inches. Okay, we can also do it in pixels, and you can see that's what in inches. That's what a pixel is. A pixel is like the layout of your screen, the resolution of your screen. Like how many little boxes are actually within that document. Okay. The other one we use a lot is US paper. When we think about when we print some off, it's an 8.5 by 11. Okay, and that's what you see right here. For this, we're just going to deal with default Photoshop size and hit OK. And when you do that, it brings up a box. That is my canvas. Out here in this gray area, I can't do anything with it. Okay. Some little things I want to show you. On the right side over here is what's called your layers. Okay. You're always going to have a background. You have to think of it as going to be like a sandwich. You have your bun, your meat, cheese, whatever, and on top of each other and so forth. Okay, that's how Photoshop works. It is layers. Okay. Now, if I want to do something that's background, I have all my tools over here. This whole area on the left-hand side is your toolbar. The tool that I like to call the safe tool, the tool that you can't really screw up anything on, is this top tool to call the move tool. I'll highlight it again so you can see the name of it. The move tool. You can hit V on your keyboard or you can go over here and click it. Alright, that I can't screw up. Only thing I can ever do with this is move. This one right here is called the selection tool or marquee tool. All that does allows me to create a box to select things. Alright, this one is going to be called the lasso tool. And what this tool does is it allows us to trace things out. Okay. Some of these other ones we're not going to worry about. This one right here is the eyedropper tool. What that allows me to do is to suck color. If I have a specific color that I want, it allows me to suck the color out of whatever picture I have pasted on here. So if I had a Starbucks picture on here and I wanted that exact green from Starbucks, I'd paste it in there, use the eyedrop tool, and it would tell me what it is. Okay. We're not going to really use this one. This one right here, the paintbrush, exactly what it is, the paintbrush. Okay. This one we'll get onto later. It's kind of an advanced tool, but we're going to use it. The magic eraser. Actually, all these little triangles. See these little tiny triangles at the bottom right? That means there's more tools. And really, the tool it'll show up for you guys will be the eraser tool. I use this one and the magic eraser the most. These two tools right here. Okay. Paint bucket tool, exactly what it is, but when you see it, you're going to probably see this tool right here. which is called the gradient, and is exactly what it is. Okay, and I'm going to do a demonstration right now. Actually, I'm going to show you one more tool. Down here, the T tool is the text tool. So that's what I'm going to roll through here. I'm going to show you guys a couple things, okay? Now, I told you I originally had the paint bucket up there, but you guys are going to see the gradient. Here's the gradient. So I'm on my background layer over here on the right side, okay? If I see this my little cursor here, it looks like a thin crosshair. If I just make a line, that's what it's going to do. And I'm going to hit Control Z to undo what I did. Alright, so if I want to go down, I can do down, Control Z. And you can see that that's not filling up my thing because it's actually a gradient. Okay, now say I want a color in the background. Well, I'm going to right click that tool, go to Paint Bucket, and hit the background and change my color. Now to change this color, you go down here to the bottom left and you see your two color splashes. Alright, here's where you want to click on the top one. Pick your actual color and then the tone or shade of the color. So if you wanted this color, you wanted a purple, you want a green, you come in here inside and do it. You want a yellow, you come find your light yellow or gold, whatever. Alright, I'm just going to pick one, hit OK, and you notice down here my color changes. Now this one back here, you can think of it as the guy with the awesome fro that was on the CBS channel. I can never think of the guy's name, but he's the one that did he has a little brush and he paints trees and he splats it and he's just awesome. Think of it as that thing that they have all their paint on. This right here can just be a backup color. So if I wanted green, now I have blue and green. So when I want to use that one, all I gotta do is hit this little arrow. And if you notice, those colors switch down there. Okay, but right now I have on my background layer, I have that. Okay, now I can switch it to be green and so forth. Okay, say I don't like that green, I want to switch it. You just click on the box, go get a different color, hit OK, boom. Alright, now I'm going to add a new layer and I'm going to fill this one blue. Why don't I see the other shape? Well, a couple reasons. Think of it as now layers. This one is actually on top of my background, so you can't see it. Alright, I can hit Control T and I can resize that layer. So that layer is actually there right now. Okay. To undo what I did, again, it's Control Z, but that only goes back one step. And if you notice, I resized it and then moved it. So that's actually two steps. Now to go back, you hit Control Alt Z, and what that does for me, I'm going to paint it in here again. Oops. So I'm going to hit Control T, I'm going to resize it, and I'm going to move it, and then I'm going to go back to my Save tool. I'm going to hit Apply. Now I've moved it a couple times. If I hit Control Z, it just moves it back there. If I hit Control Alt Z, it goes back to the original step. Okay. Alright. What I want you guys to do is go ahead and make about 4 layers on the right side here. Paint them a different color, and I'm going to stop you there.